This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines. At a press conference for Tampa's new Black History Museum Monday, city officials objected to Governor Ron DeSantis' almost $1 billion worth of vetoes in the state budget. One of the vetoes was a proposed amphitheater in Tampa's historic Perry Harvey Senior Park, located at the site of the city's historically Black commercial district that was demolished after integration. Democratic State Representative of Hillsborough Diane Hart sponsored the request for over $1.5 million in state funds for the project.
We've looked for that amphitheater for more than 10, almost 15 years to be able to have a bandstand right here in a community that truly deserves it and needs it. And we cannot understand why he cut it.
While celebrating the forthcoming museum located directly across from the park, City Council member Gwendolyn Henderson expressed her dismay.
I was devastated. It was like a loss. It was almost like I lost a campaign or something. I mean, I just felt so horrible because I was so excited that I would be able to share that with the community.
Hart says she plans to request the funds again. And the American Civil Liberties Union is suing the state over a 2022 law DeSantis dubbed the Stop Woke Act. It restricts how race is taught in higher education. Professor Leroy Purnell is the former dean of Florida A&M College of Law. He's a plaintiff in the case.
Again and again, we kept hearing the notion or the idea that, well, the state can have its own opinion. But this isn't about whether or not the state has its own opinion. It's about stopping everybody else's.
ACLU lead attorney Leah Watson says the state argued it could pass a law restricting educators at public universities from criticizing the government or the governor.
And it also, in response to a question about how professors could disagree, what actions they could take if they do disagree, the state invited them to move to a different location altogether.
Attorneys for the state and the ACLU battled it out in court on Friday. The ACLU wants to keep an injunction in place that prevents the law from taking effect. Attorneys for the civil rights organization say they are cautiously optimistic about the outcome, but a ruling isn't expected for several months. The state's attorneys and governor's office did not respond to a request for comment. The U.S. Supreme Court has refused to take up a challenge to an agreement that gave the Seminole tribe exclusive rights to handle online sports betting in Florida. The decision is a blow to the deal's opponents. On Monday, the nation's highest court denied a petition from West Flagler Associates and the Bonita Fort Myers Corporation, which operate racetracks and poker rooms in the state. The company says the compact gives the tribe a sports betting monopoly in Florida. The tribe launched its online sports betting operation late last year, and Florida's share of the 2024 revenues is already more than $120 million. Economic forecasters predict the revenue shares could total over $4 billion by the end of the decade. A federal judge has temporarily blocked a state law requiring city government leaders to file expansive financial disclosures. The court says the law violates the First Amendment rights of those candidates and elected officials. Caroline Clanky is the executive director of the Florida Ethics Institute, an independent nonprofit. She says city officials have tremendous authority over large amounts of taxpayer dollars.
County commissioners and district school board members and sheriffs, those types of officials have long filed the more substantial form of transparency document via the Form 6.
Passage of the law last year was followed by dozens of resignations by city officials. If and when the law goes into effect, it would require those officials and candidates to report their assets, liabilities, sources of income, and net worth, something county commissioners and state constitutional officers already do. Today, for weather, expect a mix of sun and clouds with a slight chance of rain. Your highs around 94. Tonight will be cloudy with possible showers and overnight lows in the high 70s. And tomorrow, you can expect partly cloudy skies with some rain in the afternoon and a high around 90. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines on 88.5 FM and WMNF.org.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.